Thank you so much. So, dear audience, we have one more interesting panel discussion on topic Indo-Arab business opportunities. So, the first speaker for our panel discussion is Dr. A Ibrahim Haji. He is the chairman of Pace Education Group, the founder and the chairman of vice chairman of the Indus Motor Company, co-chairman and the key investor of Malabar Gold, and the chairman of the UAE-based Century International Travels, and the managing director of Al Shamili Group in garment textiles. He had his early education in government Maplia LP School and Kutikulum Government Fishery High School. He had his college education in Mangalore Government Arts College in Karnataka, and from Chennai, he secured a diploma in automobile engineering. He has 9 years of service in various business organizations in India, Dubai, and Muscat. He started a business of his own in Dubai in 1974. He started a garment retail business, which was the beginning of a spectacular success in business, which turnover cries crossing millions. He has been involved in many charitable activities for over 3 decades. He is also a trustee and a member of Executive Committee, Social Advancement Foundation of India. He is also the co-chairman of Malabar Charitable Trust, where this part of Malabar Group, which has so far provided free medications to more than 140,000 patients and helped to for more than 1,200 houses of poor people, irrespective of caste, creed, and religion. So, we are very much honored with your presence. Welcome to the panel discussion. Yes, sir. So now,
yes. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Good morning to one and all of you. Welcome our esteemed guests, all of you. And I can see my friend Mr. Ahmed, Mr. Ibrahim Al-Hamadi, a renowned personality in all spheres of Dubai. I'm very happy to be part of this discussion, especially Indo-Gulf relations and business opportunities. These actually.
Thank you, sir. And we would like to give introduction for the other speakers as well. MC would like to give the introduction. So once all the panelists are introduced, we will start the session, sir.
okay.
Is it fine?
Okay, sir. Thank you. So let's invite our moderator for the panel discussion, Dr. Abdunasar Vaniyambalam, who is a passionate and remarkable social academic worker. Currently, he is working as a senior officer at Dubai Islamic Bank, and he has vast experience in Islamic banking sector. He is now serving in United Arab Emirates as academic coordinator for Jamia Markaz, considered as one of the largest Islamic university in Asia and coordinator of Arabic Language Improvement Forum. He coordinates various socio-religious activities associated with Saja based on Montada al-Islami under the patronage of His Highness Dr. Sheikh Sultan bin Mohammed Ali Kazan. Dr. Nazar plays a remarkable role in enhancing Indo-Arab relations through cultural and literary activities. Considering his precious and profound contribution in cultural and academic arena, International Economic University, which was established for empowerment of education poor conditions in SARS countries, that referred him Doctor of Letters in 2017. Dr. Nazar is remarkably representing figure of India in Arabic TV channels for different activities. He has an enriched vision of Islamic finance that has been shaped and sharpened by participating in various national and international conferences and sermons. So we are very much happy with your presence. Welcome, sir. And To invite the next speaker, I would like to hand over to my co-host and MC Fazlet. Over to
Thank you
Fazlet.
very much.
Fazilat, you can unmute yourself and you can introduce the speaker.
Thank you, Charu. Now, I'd like to invite the next speaker, Ahmed Ibrahim, UAE National, Emirati writer and chairman of Board of Director of varieties of medical equipment. Ahmed Ibrahim is a prominent Emirati writer and chairman of Board of Director of Variety Medical Supplies. Variety Medical Supplies, VMS, a soul of establishment, came into being in 2015. It concentrates in the field of supply and distribution of medical, laboratories, blood banking, and healthcare equipment, disposal, and reusable products. These products are aimed to improve the well-being of patients and enhance satisfaction of its customer. I'm happy to welcome you, sir. Now, I'd like to, now I'm over to Charu now.
Okay, thank you, MC Fazlet. So once again, I would like to welcome all the speakers for the panel discussion, and I would like to hand over the session to the moderator. Thank you. And one more prior notice for the speakers. Uh, we will be hearing a short buzzer prior to 5 minutes of the session ending time, and a long buzzer exactly at the end of the session time. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for organizing such a huge and the largest event the Kerala ever seen. I'm appreciating who's working behind hard for this great event. Here we are talking a very interesting topic: the Indo-Arab business opportunities and scope. Because as we all aware, the around 3 million migrant people have been working in UAE since long time, and here in UAE, everyone knows the people from 200 countries. More than 200 countries, people have been living here, working, enjoying all entertainment and all the freedom of express, everything. We cannot see in other part of the world such a beautiful country. Like here, as you aware, the first happiness ministry being set up by United Arab Emirates. Now, in the discussion panel, as the moderator, I would like to once again introduce each one of our panelists. First of all, Dr. Ahmed Ibrahim. He now we are discussing as a business perspective, but he has Dr. Ahmed Ibrahim. He has really a charming, charismatic personality in the journalism and the social media activities. He is attending, he is writing in the journals or visual and printing media from 22 countries. And he is representing sometime UAE even, and he is the representative for UAE in different countries on the financial analysis and the talk on the business and the relationship between different countries. So inshallah, he will be presenting the first session. We are giving a three round for each one of Mr. Ahmed Ibrahim and Mr. Dr. A Ibrahim Haji. As we know about that, Mr. Ibrahim Haji have been was awarded very recently even the renowned Harvard University award, lifetime achievement in the education category. So we are all talking about the business opportunities in the UAE for Indians and the opportunities investment in Kerala especially and the India as a common. Okay, in both ways, we are giving three round talk. The first of all, I would like to Ahmed Ibrahim to talk about his charming personality. As we all aware about the Dubai, when we hearing the Dubai, first of all, it's come to our mind that Burj Khalifa, Atlantics. There's so many the modern technologies, rooted buildings, monuments. But there was a older year for the UAE. How their culture, how was their growing to this civilized and developed condition. This kind of, from his perspective, he will talk 5 minutes. So I invite Mr. Ahmed Ibrahim to share with our graduates and the students his experience. As I seen last recently, he was in the screen while the other person was the head of the state, the largest African country, Arab African country, Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. So he's always getting to interact and spoken in the top level personality like presidents, prime ministers. So he will share this all within few minutes, 5 minutes, and then later, Dr. Ahmed Ibrahim, Ibrahim Haji will talk on his experience. You are most welcome, Mr. Ahmed Ibrahim.
Thank you, Dr. Nasser. I do appreciate to remain within a title, single title. Okay, I requested the admin. I cannot be the same title of Prime Minister, then Minister of Interior, then Foreign Minister, then Home Minister, then Industrial Minister. No, let's stay within one title, which could be a writer. Let's stay with the writer. A writer cannot write unless he read. He reads well, so he writes good. Okay. Reading doesn't come every time in a book. Maybe we're reading now. So my latest reading was 2 days back next to my home. There is a ground I do walking in the morning time. That is Heritage and Falcon area. And there is a team of players from India, cricket. They come on the weekend. They enjoy every Friday and Saturday. And I see them, they see me. I had some reading in that area. What type of reading? We'll come back. While reading, I need to have a title. You never read unless you read the title. You like it once there is a title. The title could be Holy Quran, respected. The title could be Bible, respected. The title could be Gita, respected. Why? Because you are going to read. You are not going to fight. So my title now is going to be 2 sentences, and we'll stay within that 2 sentences. Please agree with the title I'm going to say now, because I read in the ground field without the book with the players of India 2 days back. That could be on Friday and Saturday. Let's stay with the title and say, this Indian, this Indian, this Indian. That is one direction. And the second direction, this Arab, this Arab, this Arab. Okay, that is the title. I want to stay there. Please, now we enter in the subject of reading something within a title. For the last couple of months, more than maybe 7, 8 months, I go there, I stop my car, I walk more than 5 to 6 kilometers within 1 hour, 15 minutes, 1 hour, 11 minutes. And the players are around me. They never talk to me. I never talk to them. Why? Because some mentalities from inside looking about the title of this Arab. And indirectly, there is also a mentality of thinking this Indian. So I start my reading. I stopped the car. I took my walking finish. I went to them and started talking to them. That means my reading started. Reading of mentality who were playing together as a team. So to constitute a successful team, as a result, we are a team in the social life and in the commercial life and industrial life and professional life. A farmer is a good farmer in his knowledge, and he's in need of industrial information from industrial engineers and blah, blah, blah. So we were not, again, from the next day, the mentality was washed out. They were not thinking about me, this Arab, this Arab. I was not thinking about them. These Indians, we were one human being under one title of reading each other's mentality and producing well. Even the team itself, inside the team of player, football team, cricket team, any team, there could be any nationality, but they are reading each other. So let's say a writer said something and you read it. That's all. And thank you. 5 minutes over.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ahmed Ibrahim. Now we turn to going to Dr. A Ibrahim Haji. He is coming from a village, Pallikara, in a small, simple village. Now he become in the metro man. We can say as a he's traveling from countries to countries in business for the business purpose, and he is academist. And moreover, when Mr. Ahmed Ibrahim indicated that is indicated about the writing, I would like to introduce Ibrahim Haji also. He's a writer. He's even a director of one of the leading newspaper, Chandriga, and he is himself a reader. So you are most welcome, Dr. Ibrahim Haji, to your words. Please on your mic.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Good morning to one and all of you. Very happy to be part of this panel discussion this morning, especially a thinker and writer like Mr. Ahmed Ibrahim Hamadi is with us. He has already given his philosophical thought this morning. Now, I have seen Dubai or UAE before independence of this country, 5 years before independence of this country. And I was very happy to be part of the Independence Day celebration. I was part of the flag hoisting in the Union Square by all the vice leadership of UAE. And we have seen the development of this country. This country is a very, very exceptional country in the world. Within the past almost 49 years of gaining independence, the country has already become the best livable place in the world. You ask anyone, whether it is a writer, whether it is a businessman, whether it is actually entrepreneur, whether it is a film personality, whether it is any category, they would now the tendency is for them to have a home in UAE. So this is because the leadership has been so wise. This country is a country of tolerance, a country which everyone feel that actually I am part of this great country. The people are very, very friendly. That is another very, very important aspect, because as long as the people are friendly, they feel at home. Now, government of UAE has already opened 10-year visa for the investors. As far as my knowledge goes, already more than 7,000 people are already part of this visa scheme. And the latest is you can open you can start a business 100% in your name. That means business ownership is open to everyone now. So this country has the best of infrastructure. If you see, you talk about even anything, the best, the largest, the biggest, the tallest, and everything are, I mean, the most luxurious, everything is here. So the country develops not because of just oil only, just because of the way the leadership wants to direct the country, the vision. A small country like UAE has already put their satellite into the orbit, and this is on the way to Mars, which is expected to be reached there on in February. So we can, I mean, the citizens, the expatriates are all very living very happily and peacefully in this country. So this country is going to thrive much more in the future. I mean, the next generation of expatriates, already the Indians are the largest expatriates in this country. There was a time I saw UAE when actually we did not have a concrete building at that time. It was all actually building 1+1, very few buildings, that too in sand and limestone and all that. It was not a concrete building. Today, the best of designs, the best of architects, the best of contractors are available here. So this is actually the vision of the country. I congratulate the leadership for this, for opening these immense opportunities to people of all countries. In America, when I went, they say this is the land of opportunities. But believe me, I want to call UAE as a land of opportunity today. And without any hesitation, it is a land of opportunity. So I would advocate that actually even our future generation, because some areas of the country are already open for 100% even land title and real estate. That means the purpose is even for the educated, for the qualified, the doctors, engineers, businessmen, and all the categories of learned people to come and live in this land. So, and this will benefit the locals as well as the expatriates. And I'm sure because of the Indian association with the UAE, India has prospered to some extent, because this is the kind of wealth that is actually even sent to our mother country by the expatriates. So I wish today, I don't know how many minutes I should talk.
Yes, the second round will come, Mr. Dr. Ibrahim, Your Excellency.
So initially, I would like to say that actually the most favorite, my most favorite country, my most favorite destination is actually UAE. And I wish this country, the people of this country and the expatriates all prosper, and it is known already, and it will be known as the most livable country in the world. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much. The UAE and India had enjoyed close and friendly ties based on the historic and cultural ties. People to people contracts and bartered trade for clothes and spices from India in exchange for dates and pearls from the region have existed for centuries. After the creation of the Federation 1971, India-UAE relations flourished. Today, UAE and India share political, economical, and cultural links. There are over 3 million Indians in the United Arab Emirates, being by far the largest migrant group in the country. So, uh, the students who have been in the campus, in the universities and schools, they are targeting UAE as their best destination for looking job, seeking job. So, what is the opportunities? Now we know there are so many major companies, corporates are visiting Indian universities, and they are doing the camp selection and acquiring, assuring their job in UAE in the years to come. So, what's your advice and what's your views, Mr. Ahmed Ibrahim? The chances for those Indians looking job in UAE, and what is the your the views and opinion on this?
Well, I go one day back and think about the language. Yesterday we had the language day, and language is a tool which can make brains together, put them together. There are certain countries, if we travel, we don't know what to do. Maybe I don't want to mention names, but if you enter an airport of a country, you don't know what will happen to you and how to talk. But if an Indian fly to Dubai or Abu Dhabi, he enjoys talking the way he wants. And the same is mine. If I flew to Delhi or Bombay, I also enjoy. Even our His Highness rulers, they talk fluently with our brothers and families from India because there is no language gap. Coming to the history, I always was proud of saying that if United Nations has 290 plus flags under title of UN, we do have in Dubai, and the statistics are old statistics. It was from Minister of Interior before 10 to 15 years that Dubai has 365 nationalities either living in or crossing in or going within tourism or business trip or traveling through using the airport. So ethnically, we are handling 365 nationalities. You might say, where are these 65? Which countries are there? Okay, there are varieties of the tribes and ethnical from one nation, like USSR. There is no more USSR. There is a Russia, and there are countries: Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Kazakhstan, and Azerbaijan. These 6 states were under grip of Moscow. Now each of them is a country, and their opening windows was within Dubai and UAE environments. Business-wise, my tourist company is the oldest in Dubai. I was below 21 years when I created a license in Dubai by name of Ahmed Ibrahim Tourism and Cargo, registered 1985. Could be some of us not was born that time. I was in education life. Why I make the license? That now the name is not the same. Name has been changed because it has multifunctional with Egypt, with many countries. I don't want to promote a business for me because we want to stay within cultural and as a writer and thinking and reading brands and become a team of thinking managers. That's all. I would like to be a part of the team to remain as a thinking manager of anything. I should manage my life, my home, my kids, nothing that how much money I make from my business. But coming to the tourism logo, why I make this license? It was I was non-married. I was in America. I entered college in Oklahoma, in Bridgeport University. So when she saw my passport, place of birth, Dubai, she was confused. She said, "Oh, you are from Dubai." Well, the passport was with me, 3 more. One from Ras Al Khaimah, one from another Emirates. All passports are United Arab Emirates because the Federation Constitution became from 1972. So the country is one, but she was confused. She said, "I've been there. This is a place in a desert, which is like this, which is one of the most advanced." I'm talking about. So there is a logo in brand of the foreigners, especially in America, in a college, which the executive secretary of the chancellor of the faculty, she's proud of having the brand of DUBAI. So accordingly, I thought of why I should not have a company established in the same year. Once I come back, I applied for a license, and the license name was Ahmed Ibrahim Tourism and Cargo. Now I separated. So it is XYZ LLC, which is tourism, XYZ LLC, which is cargo, in one platform, and Nasser knows the location. I'm not giving the name. Why? Because I'm not selling products in this area where we should be thinking together as a reader and writer. So opportunities of coming days for United Arab Emirates, as I mentioned in this football team and cricket team boys, we will never become friends until I talked to them. Then they thought that this Arab is a nice Arab, and I was knowing that these Indians are nice Indians. So now we are friends. Every day they come to me. Some they say uncle, some they bring juice for me, tissues for me, that you are walking well. That enjoyment comes when we start talking. Coming back, how we'll talk when there is a language. Coming back to the title of yesterday was the language. So I appreciate, which was one of my presentation before 2 years, Mr. Nasser, if you remember, that if every one of us try to pick a word of other language, if I learn before 25 years how to say in Malayalam Sukundara, then I learned what is your father's name. I was taught it has to be like Nangayudi Achand Paranda. That means what is your father's name. This makes me enjoy when I say you like me. So why you don't say marhaba, kayf halak, shakhbarak, hayakum Allah, welcome to Dubai, ahlan wa sahlan bikum fil Imarat. You are most welcome to the UAE, and thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ahmed Ibrahim, and your interesting talk. And Mr. Dr. A Ibrahim Haji is exploring new opportunities of Indians who is willing to join or migrate to UAE. And Mr. Mr. Dr. P. Ibrahim Haji is exploring the new opportunities to in Kerala and Indians. You have 7 minutes, Mr. Dr. Ibrahim Haji.
Yes, coming back to the subject which was mentioned by Mr. Ahmed Ibrahim, he mentioned about the language. It was in 1973, Arabic was recognized as a world language or UN language by the United Nations. And of course, as you said, today I'm at this age. I am an Arabic student. I don't know. For the past 2 years, a learned Arabic scholar from Kerala is taking lessons every Friday. 2 hours we are sitting for it. So I'm very happy to report that actually to make Mr. Ahmed Ibrahim also happy that actually there are actually expatriates who want to learn the local language and be part of, because we are already part of this culture. We are already part of this actually the treasure of actually the heritage of this country. We are already part. So learning a language is also, we will be happier in our business, in our transaction, in our dealing with people, in our, as Mr. Ahmed Ibrahim already mentioned, when you people, you greet them in the local language. So learning a local language. In Germany, my relatives are there. To get anything, I mean, a good opportunity, in the, whether it is job or anything, you have to learn Germany. So my friend and his wife, both are actually students of German language there now. So like that, actually, I feel there should be more opportunities to, even from the government side, to encourage expatriates to learn Arabic language. Actually, as Mr. Ahmed Ibrahim said, I started my business here in the year 1975. Before that, I was an employee in an automobile, in 3 automobile companies, because I'm an automobile engineer by profession. So we used to import goods from Japan and all other countries. So the ship used to anchor in the deep sea, about 2.5, 3 kilometers from the shore, because ship cannot come to the shore, because there is no port, because Port Rashid was built afterwards. So the barges used to go from the shore, bring the merchandise to the shore. That was the type of way we have seen with my own eyes the every brick that has been actually laid on this on the development of this country. Now, this country, actually, when we started here, of course, India was not even self-sufficient in food at that time, because India became a self-sufficient country in food in the 1980s. Today, we Indians or the expatriates here are actually looking for chances to invest in Kerala and in India. Of course, we have seen the other day also lot of actually. I think UAE is going to have a food storage system in India. Already UAE has got oil storage facility in Mangalore. UAE oil is stored there. In their big tankers in Mangalore. So the relation between UAE and India is actually prospering now. It is becoming advanced more and more. This business relationship between India and UAE started not today. History shows about 2,000 years of history is there. Actually, the people of Dubai used to go in their launches to Calicut and other shores of the country and do, a barter type of business. They will take, as already mentioned, the pearl or the dried fish or whatever it may, whatever available here, and bring from the India the foodstuff, timber, and all those things. I can remember actually Ali Haji Abdullah Abaji, the founder of Mercedes. I met him in the 25 years back before his death, many times. So he used to talk even in Malayalam language a little bit, because he used to travel before starting his business and all. He used to travel to Calicut, and he used to bring merchandise from the country. So the relations between UAE and India is, I can say, centuries old. It is not something new. Today, there are opportunities, very much of big opportunities in India for actually infrastructure. One area which the government is inviting people to invest in infrastructure, like roads, bridges, and all even rail. They are opening actually for private PPP, this is public-private participation. So there is very good opportunity for UAE nationals now to invest in India, and of course in Kerala also. Kerala is actually has already become a tourist hub for of the country. I mean, lot of greenery, lot of actually hill stations, and good hotels are already available, and very long beaches, houseboats, and of course, and the people. Yesterday, there was one I sent to some of my friends. I don't know whether I sent it to Mr. Ahmed Ibrahim. A Muscati gentleman said he visited Kerala 80 times. That is what he was mentioning in his speech. And he says the friendliest people on earth. That's the way he was mentioning. So I sent it to some of my friends. This interview with the Omani national. So Kerala is a very very good place for sort of this type of tourism related investment. And India as a whole, the India which we have been seeing for the past 30-40 years is not the India of today. Today, India is an advanced country. It is already the 5th or 6th largest economy in the world. So within the next 20 years, India is targeted to become the 3rd biggest economy in the world. The COVID situation has, of course, upset things. But otherwise, India was developing between
There is a technical error, I think. The technical team, please.
Sir, Ibrahim sir, could you please can you please switch off your video so the bandwidth will be managed? I think there is a network issue, bandwidth issue from your side. Yes, sir.
Yes, continue.
So actually,
I think there is.
Yes, still there.
It's still there. Okay, sir. Yes. Could you please try switching off your video? Hello, sir.
Okay, I think now it's okay. Yes, this is now getting closer our discussion. So please brief. Yeah, now it's okay. Now 7 minutes left. So we wanted to come to an end. I would like to add my question as the final round question within 2 minutes each. Uh, I wanted to share with my experience about the Arab people and the UAE, especially Dubai. They are, very secular people. They are, tolerate with any kind of uh, uh, freedom of expression, and they're very hurtfully they're receiving, accepting, welcoming the all people from all over the globe. So when last time I attended in television chat, the Sharjah TV, after the visiting of our His Highness Sheikh Dr. Muhammad Sultan bin Muhammad Al Qasimi to Kerala. After that, there was a serious discussion on the bilateral ties between India and UAE. They were all wanted to know about the Kerala's spices and Kerala's opportunities and health tourism and spiritual tourism. And the TV anchor was excited when I explained them the spices baharat in the local slang. It's called as baharat. When I introduced our baharat, our the spices, they were expressing their uh, ideas about our concept on the Kerala, because this relation started as Mr. Ibrahim Haji said, the centuries 2000 years ago they started the exchange of the spices. So all the dignitaries who is residing in UAE, they are finding the time to visit Kerala, especially I think a number of times Mr. Ahmed Ibrahim, famous figure in the media figure, Ahmed Ibrahim also visited Kerala. It's a God's own country, Kerala. And how you feel and what's your message to other world of people? What's your message? Please share, Mr. Ahmed.
Brother Nasser, I mentioned in the World Peace Conference, which
Yes.
was attended by a few millions audience and presenting in the located area. I mentioned in front of all of you, and you were there in that daqiqatan.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
said that when my age was in 15 plus, 16 plus, 17 plus, I never traveled to India. And even 20 plus onward, my traveling was coming, going, but not inside India. In between, I just had a traveling to Thailand, to Bangkok airport via Bombay. So I remain on the plane. I don't know what is India. I didn't know what is it. And I don't know what was going to happen to me if I went in that age. Okay. But my God, our Bhagwan, our all the believers wanted me to be in nice days of the life, in matured mentality, and in a very nice, peace, wonderful, friendly area, which was Kerala. So I said, the conclusion of my 5 days stay in Calicut, I come out and I said on the stage, the collaboration and coordination and connection in between the society moving in with all their beliefs and religions come to output in the ground with cooperative, comprehensive, and productive. That was my statement I said on the stage. I hope you remember. So I was lucky that in this age, I went there to come back and say to my children, my grandsons and daughters, please, please visit India and remain within such a place where people are very peaceful, very friendly, and very honest. You enjoy. Some names I don't want to mention. Some countries, if you go in their airport, you don't know either you'll be alive for another few minutes. The way, the style, their mentality. But once you are in Kerala, I feel that I'm going back to my home to remain within my family and my kids, that I'm somewhere where there is hospitality and there is sincerity. And wealth-wise, Kerala is one of the most wealthy place by statistics shown their production in agriculture, in irrigation, in human resources, industrial and services. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your great words, inspiring and motivational words. And we now conclude this session. And I would like to extend thanks and gratitude to the organizers of this great event. And finally, we are reaching as a conclusion that India and the UAE relation should boost more and more. We could uh, uh, develop, and we could travel to reach in a new world of horizon of the opportunities in terms of education, culture, business, social, in every aspect. This the relation now is not reached in a short span of time. It is a years long. Our ancestors, their cultural exchange and their religious things exchange, knowledge. This all been done in centuries, not in a day. So we have to work more and more closely and very sincerely. And I remember the leadership of the UAE when the flood hit Kerala. They contributed in large. They stand with Kerala people. So this kind of humanitarian exchange, and they stand with India and Kerala, it is also great appreciable. And so we even conclude this session, we have to discuss more and more on this topic. So Dr. Ibrahim Haji is, I think, already left, or some technical error or technical fault is there. So I would like to tell Mr. Ahmed Ibrahim to your last 1 minute to the audience, or the job seekers and academies, university students, your last message, and let us conclude after this word. Thank you.
1 minute means 60 seconds. So we take the title of COVID-19, and Zooming services has opened a new window, a new era, a new horizon. And now the production can be done in America, and result can be output in the United Arab Emirates. And technologies are, the technicians are listening to me, technologies are saying sooner this digital vision will convert into physical. You are in Kerala, I'm in Dubai, will be face-to-face sitting, looking like that physically we are next to each others. And one more news is there, within 2050, the medical science could reach to a stage of that either you decide to die or to live, because the formula of your body will go in such a way that if you like to live, it can extend your life as unlimited. That is the formula, as in practical is been awarded and announced and not yet been in field. And third news, which is forecasted, that within 2050, United States, America's president could be an Indian. That's all. 1 minute.
Thank you. Thank you very much. These great comments, and these compliments. And now I'm going to conclude this session, and I extend to make this event great success. The initiative being taken by Dr. Shahid Chalail, and his team. Really, it is a great, wonderful event, and we wish all the best and the great success. Thank you very much once again. I appreciated all of the organizers, the people who have worked behind the curtain. Thank you very much. Let us conclude. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Fazlin?
Thank you so much, sir. It was an amazing session. We learned many things, and all our participants are very excited. We are so thankful for the session, Dr. A Ibrahim, Ahmed Ibrahim, sir, and Dr. Nasser, sir. Thank you so much for this wonderful session, and I hope all the participants would have got a clear idea about this session. So now moving on, we have a token of love, we have a certificate for you, sir. So I would request my technical team to display the certificate for our panel members. Technical team, I would request you to, yes, sir. Okay, so this is a certificate from 3G, 3G School of Applied Entrepreneurship to Dr. A Ibrahim Haji. We are very much honored with your presence, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. Please accept this, sir, and this will be mailed to you as well. So this is a certificate from 3G School of Applied Entrepreneurship to Ahmed Ibrahim, sir. Please accept this certificate, sir. This will be mailed to you as well. And this is a certificate from 3G School of Applied Entrepreneurship for Dr. Abdunasar Vaniyambalam. Please accept this, sir, and this will be mailed to you as well.
Thank you. I appreciate.
Thank you so much, panel members. We are very much honored with your presence. Thank you so much again for your time. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Join the mission, build India. Join the mission, build India to serve the world.
Join the mission and build India to serve the world.
Join the mission, build India to serve the world.
Join the mission, build India to serve the world.